Hey guys, I wanted to take some time to talk to you. Maybe some of you don't have this problem, but I have a problem where I will spend like way too much time with my gods, with the male deities. And it's okay, but you kind of need that female energy. And I don't always I like working with gods more than I like goddesses, okay? It's just a thing. Like I like guys more than I like women. And last night Bastet showed up and I was like so happy because she was there in the beginning and she's always been there off and on, and if she senses any opportunity to turn something into a party, she will. I won't go into what we do, but it involves, like, you see I have like treatment in my hair now. We put oil in my hair and we did a whole bunch of stuff I will not go onto because some of you have delicate sensibilities. But you do stuff like perfume, oils, the whole 9 yards. And we, of course, had the music and the dancing and the feasting. And this is like at 1 in the morning when I was actually going to go to bed. And Bastet shows up for a party. You're going to have a party. So she showed up and the girls showed up and we had the girls thing. And of course, once you are partying with your goddesses and doing your thing, you're raising all that energy, the gods show up and want to know why it's not a, gods aren't included as well. And it's like, no, it's not a mixer. It's, you need to take a time to rebalance your energy. At least I find it extremely useful. I know we like to sit here and say, oh, our gods don't have gender, but there's definitely a difference between the energy of a god and the energy of a goddess. With the girls, you can just hang out, talk about the guys, laugh, have a good time. Um, be yourself and feel relaxed in a way you can't feel relaxed around the male energy. And it's just a thing. So it's good to have the girls come in, and maybe you want to do a thing where if you find yourself working too much with males or with females or with whomever, do a thing where you set up kind of like a party environment. You don't have to go, wow, Baucus doesn't have to show up and the police don't have to show up and the FBI doesn't have to be called. But do a thing where you put on music that you enjoy. Don't try to go out of your way to impress the gods unless you truly love that music and you're done with it. Do whatever that god or goddess has taught you. I do what Bastet brought me up with. And the other gods come in, they might raise an eyebrow depending on whether, what their culture is like, but they're cool. And that can really help you reset and recharge. And it helps you work with your, in this case, your goddesses, and it helps you reset the feminine energy in you. And I don't care if you're a male or a female or what gender you feel you are or aren't. It's kind of good to do that. And maybe you need to work with androgynous divinity, or you need to work with masculine divinity because you never work with them. Just do what feels right to you and your inner maleness or femaleness or whatever clicks with. My inner femaleness also clicks with football and hockey, but like when I'm with the girls, it's more like the girly girl side you guys usually don't see me express. I mean, yeah, I got the hair done and I like have oil treatment and everything like all over, but that's like usually a thing you guys don't see me coming on doing. Even though I can really go into like beauty spurts, it's usually not me. I'm usually wash and wear, don't bother me. So yeah, just taking the time to reset. Having the girls by was nice. Besta had her milk, and then somehow we had the eggs out, like boiled eggs and meat and all this other craziness. But it's good to have the deities that sometimes you're putting that energy aside, whether it's female energy or male energy or whatever. And you don't have to even feel them there. If you're like trying it out and you're like not feeling them, just kind of know that they're there. Just kind of go with it and relax. Bastet, if you work with her, she's like the best dance instructor ever. She's the best making oil instructor ever. She's the best at like a lot of things. And she likes to have fun. And she kind of knows when I need to do this thing to kind of reset and recharge and get with the girls and be like, oh, gods. And they understand. And it can really help you recharge. So if you would need to do it for, say, gods, for example, say you work with goddesses all the time and their energy's just starting to drive you a little crazy and you want that masculine uh, influence, do something that the masculine part of yourself feels is a due thing to do, and have at it. You can still do the same exact things, music and whatever, and if you feel cologne's appropriate or you feel just being in a dude frame of mind, whatever that is to you works, do that too. You don't have to spend a lot of money. It was like stuff we had on hand and food we had on hand. So it wasn't like I went out, because she just showed up at like 1 in the morning. There was nowhere to go out to get anything. So you don't have to spend a lot of money. So maybe, and usually these videos tend to be timely. Maybe you need to like take some time, especially we're going into fall, kind of reset and touch base with those energies that you usually don't work with. I gotta admit, I'm usually pretty lax at working with goddesses. I prefer gods. I said that at the beginning. Doesn't mean I hate goddesses or anything else. It's just, I've always worked better with male energy. I sync with it better. And I still need, though, even though I don't usually work as well with them, I need the goddesses to come in and help me relax, and then we sync very well. If we're doing it in like a party atmosphere, it's cool. And one-on-one gradually throughout the day, that's cool too. Whatever works for you. You don't have to make it like a big, if like a party idea, or like getting all these gods around you or goddesses or whomever at once sounds too intimidating. Just try one. You can certainly do this with Loki. Loki will certainly try to come in. Had gods trying to wander, and it was like, no, go away, girls only. And you kind of need to do that and recharge. In fact, I think Ogu had something to do with it, because he's usually like, you are at that state. You need to go party with the girls and recharge. And then, like, kind of he'll be kind of that protective energy. Not that the girls can't kick the guys out, but be kind of that protective energy of, look, she needs to calm down. She does not need, all this male energy coming at her. Like, why aren't we here too? So sometimes you need to do that. Balance out your energy. Kind of reset. And when you're okay, you can go back and deal with the gods. And, like, after I've done it with the ritual, done it, that sounds so wrong. After I've done the ritual with the goddesses, and I go back to the gods, I'm like really amped and filled with all this female energy. They're just like, okay, when are you coming back down to normal? But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I needed to see the girls. And Bastet is always fun when she shows up. You usually can't tell your friends or polite society what kind of fun she is, but she's usually fun. I don't mean this in the wrong way, but she's my good time girl. She's always up for a party. She's always up to act like a little loony. I love her. She's highly intelligent, but she likes to act like a ditz because it gets her anything she wants. And she's got that cunning in there too. She's down to party and have fun, but she's also highly intelligent. She will make a wonderful instructor if you're like not getting the hang of oils or perfume or magic or something. Ices is another great one to help you too, but in my experience, that's more like the cool sister, girlfriend, whatever, hang out with you, work with you, really enjoy being with you. And it's always a party when she comes. And the next day you're usually paying for it. Even if you didn't drink anything, you're like, oh. But, yeah, I was fine when I woke up, but then, like, the headache hit me, and I didn't even drink. I mean, like, I had, like, a lot of coffee in that last night when we were partying, but, I don't drink alcohol, and it still, like, felt like a hangover hit me, and I was like, oh. Okay, so I hope that helps some of you. And by the way, Loki does not mind. Loki knows you need to go reset, and he knows Loki can be a little too much Loki, and it's fine to need to reset. And I wish I could remember the author, but they said something about not having any orphan gods. So it's a great way that if you just moved into the Norse pantheon or something, and you had all these goddesses or gods or something you didn't see before, to go back and reconnect and say, hey, I haven't forgotten you and I still love you and I appreciate everything we did together, and you're still part of my life. I'm just, working right here now, but that doesn't mean I don't care about you. And the girls have fun, and it was chaos, and I woke up to dishes to do. And it was just a lot of fun. That's a good one for having inappropriate fun because she knows it's good for your soul. She's a naughty girl, but I love her. She's kind of like Lokean in a fursuit. I hate to say that, but she is. She's a silly girl. I love her. That's the way she is with me. She might show up like super serious sometimes, but usually she's a very silly girl, and kind of like Marilyn Monroe in a fursuit too. She's silly, funny, sassy. Yeah, you can't help but laugh and giggle when you're talking about her because she used to throw the mother of all parties in ancient Egypt, and people would be on barges doing things I can't mention in polite society, and she rocked that. She still has an eternal playful spirit, so she's the fun one to work with. Okay, guys, I thought you would like to hear that because it's usually timely. I find she gets along quite well with Loki. She gets along well with everyone, especially if you also work with Bacchus / Dionysus or something. Any god likes to party, she's down with them. So she's something else. And when she comes in, she brings like springtime with her. Practically, May was her big month, and she's very cool and everything else. But if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe. I figured I would just share that with you because it's always so much fun when she shows up. And I don't always tell you guys about the other stuff because it is a Lokean channel, but that does have to go, tie back into Loki, because Loki knew I needed the break. He knew I needed to reset and embrace that female energy, and Bastet is certainly one to do that for you. Okay, guys, I will see you later. Bye-bye.